I also want to do example three. Instead of on Excel, let's just play this into the graphing calculator. So we want to find the range and the standard deviation. So we want to input this data into the calculator. So remember to input data into a list. That's one way of doing it. So if I hit stat and edit, I've got a bunch of data in this one here. So let me up arrow L3, clear, drop down, make this a little bit bigger for the time being. So use my directional pad, go over here to L2, up arrow, clear, drop down, come over, up arrow, clear, drop down. So using Excel, I'm sorry, using the TI-84 calculator. So I want to just put the data in L1. So I'm going to pause the video and put the data into L1. So if we double check our data, 85.12, 85.35, 85.76, 84.63. It looks like I missed at 85.76. It looks like there's two of them. So let me come over here and type in 85.76. Doesn't matter about the order. So then 84.63, 84.37, 84.48, 84.61, 84.36. So I should have nine pieces of data. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. So I do have those nine. So it's always a good idea to double check to make sure. Now to do the range, it's a good idea to sort the data. So if I hit stat number two, sort, and notice that my data was in L1. So we go to L1 down here and sort it. So if we go back to stat and edit, we can see that our first value is 84.37 and our last value is 85.76. So mathematically, we have to find the range, we have 85.76 and we got to subtract 84.37. So I can quit out of this and just go to my calculator. So 85.76 minus 84.37. Hit enter. So 1.39 would be the range of my data. So I'll get rid of that little squiggly. Now to do the standard deviation, we do have a shortcut here. So since we're talking about the sample standard deviation, I believe the calculator does do this. So if we quit, no, we're okay, we're here. So if I go to list, second list, go over here to math, there is this standard deviation, number 7. So if I choose number 7, and we're choosing L1 as our list, if I close that out, our sample standard deviation would be then, and they do say rounded nearest hundredth, so for this example here, we'd have 0.54. Now, there is no place to do standard deviation on your calculator, so take note that if you go to stat, hit the stat button, if you slide over to calculate, there's what's called one variable statistics here. If we hit enter there, we have our list is an L1. We do not have an L2, so if I highlight L2 and hit clear, come down and calculate, X bar is our mean. Let's scroll down. S of X stands for sample standard deviation, and sigma X, that's a Greek letter, sigma X is our population standard deviation. So it gives us two different standard deviations. S stands for our sample, and sigma stands for our population. And notice that our sample is 0.54. So in that list function, it is doing the sample because it does give us the same thing. Notice how we also get the min value here. It gives us the median, 85.12, and it gives us the max here as well. So notice how we wouldn't even have to sort it necessarily, because if I go to that button, it actually gives me the max and the min. And so 85.76, 84.37, that was the max and the min. So that was interesting that it did that. So if I quit this, so notice how I went to stat, slid over to calculate, one var statistics, hit enter, hit, my list is L1. I'm hitting enter now, hit highlight calculate. Notice how X bar is my mean. This S of X is actually my sample standard deviation. Notice how it tells me the number of pieces of data. There's 9. And there's some other things here, but I don't think we've talked about those things yet. The quartiles and things. That's what's called a box and whiskers plot. I don't think we did a box and whiskers. So you can get a lot of information there as well. So there's a couple of places to do mean and standard deviation as well as median. The mode, unfortunately, is something that I don't see on either Excel or the calculator that's consistent. So I'll stop there, and that's how you would use your graphing calculator to do standard deviation.